Picture a human from 50,000 years ago. Now, pull them out of the Pleistocene and drop them directly into today. They are immediately hit with a barrage of stimuli: smartphones vibrating, 24-hour news cycles, artificial intelligence generating infinite streams of content to consume. That overwhelming panic reveals a biological reality. Anatomically and neurologically, your brain is identical to theirs. Our biological hardware has not received an update since we were hunting on the savannah. We are navigating a hyper-connected digital landscape using an operating system built for a defunct era. We live in an era of physical safety and resource abundance. Calories are easy to find and predators are gone. Yet rates of anxiety, chronic exhaustion, and loneliness are skyrocketing. Biologists label this friction an evolutionary mismatch. It occurs when an environment changes faster than an organism can adapt. Daily psychological friction stems from a physiological incompatibility between your ancient nervous system and your modern digital habitat. To survive the psychological toll of this environment, we have to decode the ancient programming that is still running inside our heads. For our hunter-gatherer ancestors, survival meant securing rare resources. High-calorie foods and novel information about the environment kept the tribe alive. When they found these things, the brain delivered a targeted hit of dopamine to reward the effort. This graph illustrates our natural baseline: small, steady peaks of dopamine release after effort, designed for scarcity. But today, digital resources are infinite. The nervous system treats every scroll, like, and video as a survival victory, causing dopamine levels to spike violently upward. The system cannot handle this volume. Receptors burn out, and the spikes are followed by severe crashes. This depletion strips away baseline motivation, leaving a persistent sense of apathy. We are running survival protocols meant for starvation, forcing us to gorge on information in an era of digital abundance. That same survival architecture governs how we process fear. The ancient brain's threat detection system was engineered for physical dangers that required explosive, short bursts of action to survive. Today, the threats are abstract. We are bombarded by news cycles, urgent work emails, and steady notification streams. This creates a biological glitch. The amygdala cannot distinguish between the physical danger of a charging predator and the psychological pressure of an urgent message from a boss. The body responds to both by flooding the bloodstream with cortisol and adrenaline. Because an email doesn't require us to physically sprint, those stress hormones sit in the body, trapping us in a chronic, low-grade state of fight or flight. An alarm system designed to keep our ancestors alive on the plains is now slowly degrading our health. Beyond escaping predators, ancient survival relied on the tribe. To be isolated from the group meant certain death. We are now digitally tethered to billions of people, yet our nervous systems register physical isolation because we lack proximity-based community. Human circadian rhythms were forged over millions of years to sync with the rising and setting of the sun. When the sun went down, darkness signaled the brain to release melatonin. Today, artificial lighting and the blue light from our screens shatter this rhythm, tricking the brain into believing it is perpetual daytime. Modern life forces our ancient brains to operate in a landscape that strips away the tribal support and the darkness-driven rest we evolved to require. Biological evolution requires thousands of generations to make minor adjustments. Meanwhile, technological progress scales exponentially. Human biology will not catch up. The void between our slow hardware and accelerating technology is where friction lives. Constant screen checking, baseline anxiety, and chronic exhaustion are biological responses to an unnatural environment. Recognizing this structural gap is the first step. Once we understand our biological limitations, we can begin making strategic adjustments. Because our biology cannot adapt to our technology, we must intentionally adapt our environment to protect our biology. This means manually building the boundaries that nature used to provide automatically. Enforcing artificial scarcity on feeds, blocking notifications, and filtering out blue light after dark. In a world of infinite digital abundance, choosing to disconnect acts as a vital survival mechanism. We can thrive in the information age by learning to protect and manage the 50,000-year-old brain living inside our heads.